So in this video, we're going to talk about arrangement points. Here in the 2D window, we're going to draw out this rectangular piece of small panel. For example, you can pretend you're gonna style it into a choker. Okay, and what we want it to be wrapped around her neck. So if we go up to if we segment sew this like this, we go to the segment sewing tool and we sew one end to the other. Here I'm going to just make it a little uh, wider, okay, so that it fits around the neck properly. So if you go to the segment sewing tool and you try to sew one segment to the other, you're not going to succeed in wrapping it around her neck. It's just going to fall to the ground. I'll show you. You simulate and then it falls. So Control Z to undo that operation, because I'd like to show you the way you really do it. You do it properly. Okay, so what you do is you have to bring up the arrangement points. And the arrangement points, you click on Avatar, Arrangement Points, and you see all these dots. When you hover over these dots, it shows you a preview. You see that little shadow, a preview of how this pattern piece would be wrapped around that part of the body. So here it's wrapped around like that. And okay, of course, you segment sew it. And there you can simulate. And you see it's wrapped around her neck. So the arrangement points are very, very useful, because when you need these pattern pieces to be to fit a certain part or be wrapped around, you really need they're very, very useful. For example, let's sort of pretend that this is going to be a bracelet. Okay, we're going to be styling. Okay, so this little rectangular panel, there you um, move it near to the avatar, the place you want it. You get the arrangement points, hover over that dot, okay, and it previews where you want it to, where it's going to be wrapped around. And there you just segment sew and it's done. We're going to draw out a waistband. Okay, a panel for a waistband. Here, as you know, with the select move tool, you put it to the back and then you flip it horizontally if you to get it on the right side. And here you need to check to see if it's wide enough. Click on avatar, bring up the arrangement points, and go hovering over these dots. Bring up that shadow from the back or from the front. From the back, if you hover on the dot from the back, you see it's going to be sewn at the front, okay? And it depends on where you want it to, in which direction you want it to turn, okay? So just keep this in mind. Hovering over the dots, it shows you different directions, different dots. And here it was sewn at the front. So if you notice, the seam falls in the front, okay, the front part of it. Now with the rectangular tool selected, we're going to we'll draw out a panel for the sleeve. We're going to draw this panel that it's wide enough to fit around the arms. What we want to do is when you have these pattern pieces, you want to move it close to the part you want it to fit onto. So we move it close to the arm, and with the help of the gizmo, we arrange it accordingly. Then we're going to bring up our arrangement points, and we're going to hover over the pattern piece, the dots rather. And for example, that dot there, it's sufficient. It's going to fit the way I want it to in the right position, that is. And then what you do is you segment sew. If by chance you see that it's not wide enough, you can go to the pattern piece in the 2D window and just make it wider. And when you're satisfied, you segment sew. And here it is. Okay, wrapped in the position that you want it wrapped. So this is the introduction to these arrangement points.